Hey everyone, and welcome back to Conqueror's Blade. Now today, I was wanting to show off the Shenji Grenadiers. These guys are awesome because they have grenades you can throw, and those are a really good time. These guys are just flat out fun to play with. But this isn't the original intro I was going to use for it because, well, I'm a genius. And short version of everything, whenever I was trying to record, I was getting a new microphone set up. I was loving it, having a great time. However, I may or may not have forgot to make the gameplay sound come through, so even though I was talking some, I was basically playing with the game on mute. So that part wasn't the best. Now I did go back and commentate over the video, this way you don't just have random silence, because let's be honest, that would suck. The gameplay itself though, wow, we got some amazing moments and they are very worth showing off. So I've done my best to fix the audio issue I had. I apologize for it in advance. Lesson learned on that one. Always make sure you don't have your game screwed up with the audio. But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and send it over to that video now. I hope you all enjoy it, and I'll see you all there. So to start off, I brought up my Queen's Knights. This is a very strong melee infantry. I was bringing them up, of course, to start pushing the walls and try to take the point. But then eventually I go into a different view, this view right here, and I realize that I have allies pushing on all sides and a group of enemies in the middle. And so I start to think, huh, this could be a great chance for my grenadiers. And eventually I decide, okay, you know what? This is a great chance. I think I'm going to have a safe back line, and they are just grouped up in the middle. This looks like a beautiful opportunity, and I'm not about to miss it. So I rush straight to a supply point and grab my grenades. Now, as soon as I grab my grenades, I start moving them up to start to get on the equipment. And as I'm doing that, I notice I see an enemy unit come out. And that, by the way, is a very strong unit. This unit is specifically really good with burst damage. They're a very glass cannon type of troop because they have no shields, which is a great advantage for as long as they stay at a distance for my guns. And they have very low armor. Now, they move really quick, so I need to be very careful that they don't just charge at me. I have allies coming in, so at this point I'm feeling safe, so I just kind of stand back. They're distracted attacking the people who were pushing the towers, so I just stand back and let them have it. And for some reason right here, they decide instead of charging me, their general just calls them to run up the tower. And so just like that, I picked a few off, haven't done a whole lot yet, but before the battle even really starts, we're up to 8 kills. So I start to move up my troops right here. And I want to make sure that the walls are actually clear before I get them on there, because obviously I don't feel like sending my guns into melee combat. And once the wall is cleared, I start moving them up to get them in position. Now, once they're in position, I throw a few grenades just to help try to clear whatever is there on out of the way, whatever's holding them up, which was almost nothing. Yeah, I don't think we even got a kill out of that. We may have got a kill, but I didn't see it right then. But now here's where the good part comes in. I start moving them in position because I see all kinds of enemies charging and I know exactly what they're about to do. And right here, I see them successfully group up, which means it's time for a lot of fun. I line up my shot, throw my grenades, and my computer actually starts to lag a little bit from all the damage. I'm very happy with that, but then the Spartan kicks through basically everything, and I decide, okay, quick pop shot, then time to run. Time to run really fast. I'm panicking at this point. I'm basically begging them in my head, please don't kill my unit. I want to keep them. But fortunately, I managed to get them away just in time. Now, I'm admittedly not quite ready to leave yet, so I poke my head back up there, just in time to find out there's a legendary unit of shield maidens. But I have my grenades, just grenade them, and I summon a trebuchet. I use my ultimate to knock them down to keep them in place and to get myself out of the way. And just like that, the kills are rolling in like crazy. We even pick up the hero kill. So yeah, what absolutely should have been my death turned into actually a very fun play where we took out a lot of very strong enemies. I send my unit back to the supply to top off their ammo, and then I get ready for the next push. I start calling my unit back because I'm getting ready to charge up here. I see this unit, and so I decide it's probably not good to have them all the way up here yet. So I start to pull back myself, I leave them back there. But now something interesting happens while I'm right here. A little bit of an accident. Another legendary unit of shield maidens comes up. I have them throw grenades. I accidentally fall off the tower like a dummy. But they get all kinds of damage. Absolutely beautiful shot. I was so excited. These guys were putting in work in this battle. It was so fun. These guys are just flat out fun to play. It's hard to explain, but it's no matter how the match is going, it's fun. A few of the people that were left over, they come charging up, so I have my unit just trying to attack on their way up. That way they don't just charge into them. We clear them out of the way, and then guess what time it is? Time to get them in position and do it again because they have once again grouped up. Grenade time! Once again, the computer is lagging from all the damage. That was a lot of stuff for it to read. Beautiful moment. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, I'm telling you, no matter how many times I see it, I can't get enough of it. These guys are fun. After that moment happened, I immediately tried to get them away. Somehow I actually managed to do it with only a single loss. I'm not sure how they didn't catch me out, but hey, I'm not mad about it. If you want to keep letting me get away, I'll take it all day. At this point, I start to move them back up a little bit. I realize that there's some enemies on the way, so I stop and have them attack on their way up. That way they don't just charge into them. More is starting to show up than what I was actually wanting there to be. I expected to pick off just one or two. Instead, the whole unit was starting to come, so I get them out. Once again, only take a single loss. They're doing a bad job of finishing me off, and I am loving it. Eventually, after sending my unit to resupply, I decided it's time to start moving to this other side because it looks like my allies are about to begin a good push. However, even though I've called them over, by the time they get over, my allies are going to be pretty much finished off. Now, I do have some other allies showing up, and naturally I'm starting to think that their units are going to be following soon behind, so I feel like I'm safe. However, this is where I make my last mistake. Another legendary unit comes down, charging straight into us. I've tried to make my unit move. Somehow I failed to do it. I don't know if I misclicked or what, and it results in all but a single one of them getting killed. And just like that, that's the end of my unit. Now, just for spot, I decided to have him throw a grenade at them. Let's see what he can do. He chucks a grenade like an absolute Olympian and actually managed to land in the group and get some kills on them. So, beautiful revenge. That was for my bros. Now, at this point, since the unit's finished off, I go back to bringing out my Queen's Knights. We're charging up, and I'm thinking about going for the B point because A point just looks like it's too defended, and we don't have time to fight and risk losing. So I'm going to try to make a push for the B point. As soon as I start to move in here, once again, shield maidens. These girls seem to be everywhere at the moment. But my people, at least on the initial hit, are a decent bit stronger. We get in the attack, they get in their very strong lunge, and they start to pull back. We've gotten out of there successfully. And just like that, I'm healing them up, topping them off, and right now I'm trying to make the decision for do I actually go for B or no? Because I'm really starting to run out of time, and I make the decision that I don't think I have time to actually reach B and take it, even if it was completely undefended. So I decided to make one last, pretty much suicide push, knowing it's going to be just all my men dying. But I'm like, hey, let's still give it a try. If nothing else, it's good just to see what these guys can do because I haven't really used them a lot yet. So I give it a go. We actually don't even manage to kill that lone hero. We damage him pretty heavily, but don't manage to actually kill him. I do my best to support them best I can. Do end up grabbing a kill, but unfortunately, we can't do enough, and that's the end of myself and my unit. Now, I think to end this, I'm going to turn it back over to me when I was seeing this live. Once again, sorry for the audio trouble, but I hope you all were still able to enjoy the fun clips. The game we had with those Shinjis. I don't know how many kills we actually got with them, but I know it was a lot. Oh, one short from triple digits. Although I got the MVP. Sweet. Let's see. The Shinji's got 77 kills. Absolutely beautiful. Even these guys managed to get 9 up until that last suicide charge I had to take them on. I knew it was probably hopeless, but had to try. But these guys, there were moments where the entire screen was filled up with these guys throwing their bombs. Oh, it was so beautiful. That's what I say when I say these guys are just fun to play. Even if you don't win, they're just fun, and I love that. Well, that being said, I'm going to hop on off of here. Thank you all for your time. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one.